What's good, YouTube? This is Rob, back with another video. I'm here to give you a quick walkthrough of the Nuu Mobile G3 Plus, and I'm going to compare some phones with it. And I'm going to set up the fingerprint sensor and some other items on the phone and let you see and compare the phone sizes with some phones that's already out there. Here's my OnePlus, and give you an idea that the phone is a little bit smaller than the OnePlus 6T, and the OnePlus 6T is a little wider than that phone. You can see the height and what have you, and you can see that the OnePlus 6T is a little wider than the Nuu Mobile G3 Plus. Next up, I have the iPhone XS Max. Gives you an idea of how much bigger the XS Max is in comparison, and most definitely you know that phone is a lot wider. This phone has a nice candy bar feel to it, the G3 Plus, even though it does have a 5.7-inch screen. But quick comparison of how much bigger the iPhone XS Max is. Next up, Motorola Play. Let's check it out. Almost the same size. I would say the Motorola is a tinge bigger. Most definitely is wider than the Nuu Mobile. Kind of both of them is dirty, excuse that. But you get an idea in comparison to this Motorola how the size is with the G3 Plus. And the iPhone XR. Now this phone, this is the only phone that the G3 is slightly taller than. There's the iPhone R. And from a width standpoint, the iPhone XR is a wider phone, but it is a little shorter than the G3 Plus. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the things I set up in the phone, and show you how I set up the fingerprint sensor and how I set up my SD card to run as part of my internal storage. Let's do a fingerprint test really quick. Let's set it up. All right, I have to set my pen up. Let's check it out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that was pretty quick. Let's add another. Do the left hand. I like to do both sides. 3. Each movement of that is a touch. So you can count how many times that little blue line moved around. What's good? Now here's one of the options that I like. That you can do now with your SanDisk SD card. You can use it as portable storage for moving photos and other media, or use as internal storage for storing anything on this device. Only include apps and photos. Requires formatting that prevents it from working with other devices. So if you do have anything on this SanDisk card, you will have to format it. So set up your SanDisk SD card for only portable, use as a portable storage or use as internal storage. So I'm going to erase and format it. You can move photos, files, and some apps to the new SanDisk SD card. I'm going to set that up to move later. the card is ready. So as you can see, now this wallpaper really makes this 720 display pop. Check the brightness on this. So it's at middle bright. I didn't want to really overdo it, but it's about 50% of its brightness. Let me see here. Are there any other wallpapers? Let's try this one. Nice muted color, a little on the darker side, but it does a good job with recreating these colors. So in conclusion, real quick, I didn't tell anybody, but I don't know if I mentioned in the unboxing, but this phone does have a 720 display. It's pretty decent. You put the right wallpaper on there, it looks really good. The face detection is a little slow, and sometimes you have to get really close to it. You know, it pops on, pops in and out. Another thing that I kind of noticed about this phone is a lot of ghost touching, ghosting. If I get close to it, I notice it will jump into the most recent app deal. It does that quite a bit. So I've been trying to figure out a way to kind of not how to decrease the touch sensitivity. I've been trying to decrease that, but it does have a lot of ghosting from time to time. But for the most part, you know, I had the phone for, you know, a little while, and like I said, I'm real happy with it. It's a nice phone. Like I said, the display is pretty good. I don't have it at its brightest. It's just probably right now, if I had to guess, I would call this 35% of its actual brightness. Let me see if I can turn it up. Full brightness. And again, this is not a bad panel. So thumbs up for this panel on this phone. This is a pretty good 720p screen. So that pretty much does it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.